what is the most quotable black film from the 80s and 90s?
And 90s. You gonna make us do this for 20 years?
Yeah. And this list is tough, too.
Okay.
So, Harlem Nights.
Oh, you shot me in my pinky toe.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Coming to America.
Sexual Chocolate, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to get you, sucker.
I know there's some, but I don't
Don't
remember.
make me hop after you.
Yeah. Okay.
Friday.
Oh, that's too many.
Yeah.
All right. That's going
Don't be a menace while...
I don't remember. I can see the movie, but I don't remember.
But, you know, the whole title.
Yeah.
Drinking juice in the hood.
In the hood, yeah.
And House Party. I don't know if there was any quotables other than Follow the Drip.
Good morning.
And good morning.
All right, we have one more week of Black History Month.
Let's do it.
This week, we're talking about movies. Ooh. You all got real hype. Real hype.
When we started singing.
Well, not necessarily the singing. They weren't really into the singing.
Maybe they weren't into your singing, but...
Sir,
okay.
We were both singing,
right.
And nobody was into it.
Okay.
So it was the soundtrack.
Yeah.
So movies really got y'all hyped. That and hip hop. So we're going to have to come back to that. But we're going to start with movies. And I'm going to start because...
Why do you always start?
Because I get to start.
All right, fine.
Because I said so.
Only because you're cute.
That's not the only, it's the reason. It's also because I said so. Next month is Women's History Month.
But we're not in that yet.
I'm pre-gaming for Women's History Month. Okay.
Fair.
First question. Which black film from the 80s had the biggest cultural impact? From the 80s. So stay in the 80s.
Ooh. Okay.
Hold on. I'm going to read the... See? I'm going to read the things.
Okay. It's a multiple choice.
Well, there's a 90s question in here. Okay, I'm going to say 80s and 90s because there's one in here.
Okay.
There's two, actually.
I was going to ask.
Yeah, there's two. Do the Right Thing.
That's what I was going to ask.
Purple Rain.
Ooh.
School Daze. Boys in the Hood. This ain't going to be easy. The Color Purple.
Oh.
And Malcolm X. Yeah, this is not going to be easy. The biggest cultural impact. What you got?
Can I?
You can't phone a friend. It's not even that kind of thing.
I just want to change the question.
No, you can't. You cannot change the question.
Okay.
The question is the question.
You can't really go wrong with picking a Spike Lee joint. But there's three of them in there.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Biggest cultural.
Biggest or my favorite?
I done told you.
Can't change the question.
You can't change the question. Biggest.
I would say School Daze. But my favorite was...
Nobody asked you that.
Yeah,
Nobody even asked you that. No.
I'm trying to stick a
So he said School Daze.
Fine.
That's his answer.
Fine.
My answer... I think it would be School Daze as well. It was like a precursor to Different World for people to learn about HBCUs.
Yeah.
I think School Daze is going to be the one.
Yeah.
All right, your turn.
But Malcolm X.
All right. Your turn.
I just want to slide that in there. Okay.
Woo.
If you could rewatch one of these classic black films, which one would it be?
Okay.
Coming to America, Purple Rain, Do the Right Thing, The Last Dragon, Love and Basketball, Poetic Justice, The Best Man, or Set It Off. Yeah.
I would watch all of them.
Squirm. You got to pick one.
Yeah, ooh. Okay. Ooh, so I've rewatched Best Man too many times, so I'm not going to pick that one. Yeah. Because I didn't return it to Blockbuster. Oh. So I probably still have it in the basement.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. What else? What was the other one? There was some more.
Coming to America.
Set It Off. I would watch that. I would watch that again.
Purple Rain.
I'm not watching Purple Rain again because I didn't watch it the first time, so that's not really an again.
I noticed you didn't mention Love and Basketball.
Not right before Women's
Poetic
History.
Justice?
Not before Women's History Month. Neither one of those.
Okay.
Neither one.
What about Bruce Leroy?
I'd have to watch that again because I don't remember it. I just remember like show enough. Like I see flashes in my brain, but it's not.
Right.
Yeah.
Do the Right Thing, Purple Rain, Coming to America.
Do the Right Thing currently would make me mad. So I don't want to watch anything that makes me upset or stresses me out.
Yeah.
Coming to America, I watched it again, and it's so weird to watch it as an adult.
Because there's so much more in there than you.
So much more in there than
stuff that went over our heads when we were kids.
So I would, if I just wanted to watch something for enjoyment, I would watch Coming to America again because it's funny.
Yeah. And when it came out a couple years ago,
we watched it again, and it was good. Yeah. Oh, my turn. Which movie best represented your Black experience now that you are an adult? Boyz in the Hood. Oh. Waiting to Exhale.
Come on.
You sitting on the beach with your boys, just commiserating.
Burning somebody
sage and wood at the beach. Menace to Society. The Best Man.
I hope to God that's not the best man.
I hope so too. But you do have.
What's wild is I didn't react that way with Boyz in the Hood or Menace.
Because that's not. I mean, I love you, but you're from Delaware. Like, it's not.
Wow.
It's not.
Wow.
I mean.
Fam. She don't
from the
know.
mean streets of Wilmington. No, it's not the same as South Central Los Angeles.
No, it is not.
It's
but
not. There's no. It did not mirror your adult experience.
No, but it is. Which is kind of weird because my immediate reaction is to defend how hardcore it is by talking about how many deaths there are, which is not the way we should be, but I'm not going to go into
your
that.
Adult the question. You like to leave the question. Which one mirrors your adult experience? Okay, so we have to take parts of it. Waiting to Exhale, you have friends.
You ain't burning my clothes up because I ain't out here.
That's true. That's true. I have not set anything on fire.
And which one of your friends is being called a raggedy?
Nobody. And
so
yeah, the best man. Yeah, I mean, you have friends. That's the only thing for me. Yeah, that mirrors any of this is that you actually have friends that are males.
But nobody's, giving it to somebody else's wife.
Yeah, that's. Your friends are fantastic, but I am not going to find myself.
They all went to college together too. So
everybody went to college together. So that's the only thing that mirrors that. The story doesn't.
Right.
It's the relation, not even that. All right, that question, throw it away. Throw the whole question away.
All right, pass.
What do you got?
All right, what is the most quotable Black film from the 80s and 90s?
And 90s. You gonna make us do this for 20 years?
Yeah. And this list is tough too.
Okay.
So, Harlem Nights.
Oh, you shot me my pinky toe.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Coming to America.
Sexual Chocolate, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to get you, sucker.
I know there's some, but I don't
Don't
remember.
make me hop after you.
Okay.
Friday.
Oh, that's too many. Yeah. All right. That's going to
Don't be a menace while...
I don't remember. I can see the movie, but I don't remember.
But, the whole title.
Yeah.
Drinking juice in the
hood. Yeah.
And House Party. I don't know if there was any quotables other than Follow the Drip. In
House Party. And they all came from one dude. All the quotables came from him.
Right.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with Friday. Friday's the winner on that. There's so many.
You got
Yeah, you got fired on your day off. Why you coming in the kitchen eating all every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen. Eating all the food. What's the
dog the dog catcher?
Bye Felicia.
Oh,
bye Felicia. Friday wins.
Friday
wins.
Yeah.
If you had to introduce someone from Gen Z, that's our children, to Black cinema from the 80s and 90s, which film would you recommend first?
Okay.
Color Purple, Harlem Nights, Crush Groove, Five Heartbeats, Do the Right Thing, Love Jones, or Friday?
It's harder to pick the one that you wouldn't.
Yeah. And also Gen Z it depends on how old they are. Yeah. Because Color Purple is traumatic.
Yeah. That wasn't gonna be on my list.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
It definitely I didn't know what to make out of that.
Yeah. At our age when that came out, that was 85. I was 10.
Yeah.
And yeah, I didn't really, it was rough to watch.
I would go with Harlem Nights. Just because there's so many, like,
Stars.
the pantheon of stars that came through that movie.
The stars were fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know that the kids are into that. Our daughter just finished watching The Wiz, and she was like, "It was star-studded," and I'm going, "How do you know any of the people in that movie?"
Right.
Besides, like, who do you know? The youngest was Michael Jackson and Diana Ross.
Right, Nipsey Russell.
You don't know Nipsey. Anyway, but she loved that movie. So, but we had them watch 5 Heartbeats.
Yes.
And Harlem Nights. They've already seen those.
They haven't seen Crush Groove. We'll probably try to get them to watch that on spring break.
They're not gonna like that.
What? The Fat Boys?
Crush Groove and Body Moving? They're not gonna. I don't think so.
They might like Sheila E.
Why? Because you like Sheila E?
I mean, she was killing them drums.
That's not. Next question. Next question.
All right. Which film had the best leading performance? Denzel in Glory? Whoopi in Color Purple? Morgan Freeman in Lean on Me? Oh, come on.
That's rough.
Larry Fishburne in School Daze?
Ooh, that was good.
Denzel in Malcolm X? Angela Bassett in What's Love Got to Do with It?
Ooh. All right.
Wesley Snipes in New Jack City. Can I add one?
No.
All right.
The question. I'm gonna say it one more time. The question
is the question.
Is the question.
Fine.
Okay. That's too much. It's too much. Okay. I'll put it like this. Denzel Washington made me forget what Malcolm X actually looks like.
Yes, that's
so. I will say, I'm not going to say hands down because Angela Bassett as Tina Turner also made me forget what Tina Turner looks like.
She definitely.
She
both
did
of them.
that. She did that. So, yeah, those two. I know you can't pick two, but I picked two. That's it.
Yeah, and you know who else did that later on? Ray.
Yes.
Jamie Foxx and Ray.
Jamie Foxx made me forget what Ray Charles looked like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they absolutely murdered those roles.
Yeah. Oh, y'all gonna fight. Y'all are going to fight.
All right.
Which director had the most influence on black films in the 80s and 90s? Yeah, it's going, I don't know how. Spike Lee.
Mm-hmm.
F. Gary Gray. And he did Set It Off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Robert Townsend.
Oh.
Yeah, Hollywood Shuffle. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
John Singleton. Like how would we supposed... And Mario Van Peebles.
Yeah, I mean...
His daddy was the 70s.
Yeah.
And
that list...
Maybe I need to look up what he did. Maybe I need to get on Wikipedia. But if I don't know, then that means not the most influential.
It wasn't the most influential. I would say hands down, it's Spike Lee.
Yeah.
Just the volume and the body of work that he did.
And the next would be John Singleton.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give a little honorable mention to F. Gary Gray because of the number of crossover films that he did.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, it's similar to The Black Quarterback.
Yeah.
They don't trust a black director to do amazing stuff.
Yeah.
And he said, all right, I can do this, but I can also do this.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give him that little,
Black History Month.
Yeah, Black History Month.
There you go.
All right. So you guys have something to fight about. We're going to fight later.
Why?
Because
I don't
agree. Do I agree? We're going to fight later.
You agree with some of them.
We're going to fight later.
I don't agree with these questions.
We will see you all next Sunday. We have more movie questions that we're going to ask next Sunday. And I know it's Women's History Month. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into Women's History Month, but we still have more to talk about, and our time is up. All right. Because it's up.
You got to go to work?
I do. It's Sunday. Wow. I don't have nowhere to go.
Well, fine.
But I'm done. I'm finished. I am finished. It is warm.
Bye.
In this sweatshirt.
Bye.
I'm done. I'm done.
Bye. Thank you for joining us for Chat and Bother. Go ahead and like our Facebook page and share this episode with people that you want to chat with or just feel like bothering. or both. Visit our website, chatandbother.com, for our episode guide and other ways to connect with us. Take care.